2 cul-de-sacs have been installed on Chanticleer Drive, one in front of the Wall building and one in front of the Britton building. The university says that this is the way that faculty, staff, and students can walk freely in this area, and it's a way of creating a more pedestrian-friendly campus. After getting feedback from students at Coastal Carolina, CCU Food Group has added a new dining hall located towards Williams Price. The new food are healthier choices for students to eat on during lunchtime. The food choices are pasta, rice, broccoli, and baked chicken. The dining hall is available for students during the lunchtime, but only for athletes in the evening. Coastal Carolina is going green. They've added 42 new water bottle refill stations around campus to help save plastic bottles. All you have to do is take your water bottle, place it under the sensor like this, and now you've helped save another water bottle. As Coastal Carolina is transitioning into a walking campus, they are moving all student parking to the outskirts of campus, such as this one right here on 544. But students are complaining that the commute to campus is a long mile walk that they are not willing to take. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers are scoring big with fans. After a decade in the Big South FCS Conference, the university announces moving up to the Sun Belt Conference. Athletic Director Matt Hogue says the move is a huge win for the university. It means more TV time and a larger spotlight to help recruit players.
Because the attention on FBS football and the attention on the Sun Belt Conference is far greater than the league that we've been participating in, it can make a big difference in terms of exposure to the university.
Part of the requirements for moving up to the Sun Belt Conference is increasing seating capacity, and that means expanding Brooks Stadium. Here are some renderings of what the expansion will look like when it's done. Seating will be increased from the 9,400 seats currently there to the required 20,000. Since the announcement of the conference change, Coastal is already seeing an increase in fans attending the games, just like the record-breaking turnout at the first home game this past season. And a higher turnout translates to a spike in school spirit, and players are psyched about the changes. Just ask offensive lineman Taquan Ross.
I feel like going to the Sun Belt, that's going to attract more fans, more students come to the game. I feel like adding new stands should bring more students and improve school spirit.
The stadium renovations are expected to be finished by the first season the Chanticleers will play in the Sun Belt Conference, fall 2017. In Conway, Ciara Burris, CCU News. Prince Lawn at CCU is where students gather and walk through every day. All of the foot traffic makes it an appealing spot for students to hold events and to set up tents during class times. Students used to be able to play music on large speakers, like the one you see in this picture, to help attract students to their tables, but not anymore. It's quiet on Prince Lawn, and that's the way it's going to stay thanks to a new policy: no amplified sound on Prince Lawn. So now, if organizations want music, they're forced to play it softly from their phones or laptops. A Bevy president, Julio Rivera, says the new policy is unfair to organizations who are holding events on Prince Lawn.
I feel like we should be excluded from playing sound when there is events out here where there's stages and speakers out.
Provost Ralph Byington says the reason for the policy is simple. The music was a disruption to classes in the academic buildings nearby.
It was that there were numerous complaints from faculty members and students that were taking classes where it was very distracting.
Byington says if organizations want to play amplified music, they can always hold their events on other areas of the campus, away from academic buildings. But Rivera says there still should be some kind of compromise.
Just make sure it's respectful sound, put guidelines on that, because we are here to get an education.
Byington says students who feel strongly about having events on Prince can always ask him for an exception, though exceptions may be rare. At Coastal Carolina, Ciara Burris, CCU News. 12 Chanticleers showcased their skills for 11 professional scouts at the Palmetto Pro Day in hopes of putting their name on this wall here as a Chanticleer in the NFL. Coastal Carolina has 9 players who have already been drafted into the NFL since the university started their football program back in 2003. The All-American Alex Ross filed up a long list of accomplishments in his career as a Chanticleer, leaving with the most wins as a football championship subdivision quarterback over the last 3 seasons. Ross describes himself as a player the NFL should want on their team.
they want. He brings someone who's dedicated, someone who's a hard worker, someone who's going to get after it in the film room, get after it on the field. You know, that's what I'm all about.
Palmetto Pro Day gives a range of players the opportunity to go on what some will call a job interview. CCU wasn't the only state school in attendance. There were 11 other players from different South Carolina colleges, with Charleston Southern being one of them. Director of Speed, Strength, and Conditioning at CCU, Antoine Floyd, believes that players have what it takes to become the best.
Athletes know that if they come to Coastal Carolina, they do what they're supposed to do, they work diligently, and they have the right ability, and things work out the right way, then they have a shot at the NFL.
The NFL Draft starts April 28th. At Coastal Carolina, Ciara Burris, CCU News.